Fire ignites passion and creativity. Free your imagination with the slim, sleek and beautiful new Huawei P8.
Stand at the moment where they're demonstrating this virtual reality, augmented reality. What do you actually call this?
How are you doing? This is a Gear VR S6 Innovators Edition. It basically allows you to go into a virtual reality 360-degree immersive experience.
All right, so I'm going to put this on my head.
Very immersive. You can look around in 360, up, down, left, right, and you can basically take yourself into a new environment, a new world.
All right, let's try this out. All right, so I don't know where the camera is, but what I'm seeing around me right now, I'm actually watching a movie in a virtual reality experience. So as I look around me, wherever I look, 360 degrees around me, I'm seeing this movie, and it's quite extraordinary, I must tell you. Now, the one problem with virtual reality that people will tell you is that when things are starting to move, there's always that feeling that you might be getting nauseous. Oh my word, I'm just seeing these things coming towards me. That you might be like feeling nauseous because of the movement around you, and that's the one challenge with virtual reality. But I am loving this experience, and I can certainly get used to watching movies like this. Right now there are objects flying towards me with the headphones on. Oh my word! I look down and this building has just disappeared, and right below me I'm sitting on the edge of this wall, suspended on this building in some city about 30 floors up, and there are birds and pigeons flying around me. No, don't jump! Alright, I think I can't take this anymore. It is so realistic, it's incredible. Watching this in 360 degrees, you really get a sense. Only when you experience this technology do you understand that virtual reality has a place in the world of technology that we're living in today. Can you show us what tricks you can do on that?
Yeah.
Okay, go, we're watching you.
Spin around and do all kinds of things and go backwards.
Can I try it?
Yeah.
Will I fall?
Yeah.
Okay, let me try. Okay, hold my hand. This is not for me. It's amazing. It's like a little Segway, but you got to have your balance, and I'm really afraid of hurting myself today. Vanessa Alva is the Deputy CEO at Business Connection. A very impressive conference. Why are you behind the My World of Tomorrow conference?
It's all about innovation, and it's all about Africa, and we wanted to bring thought leaders here and put everybody under one roof. And we believe that we can solve the problems of Africa. I don't think Silicon City can solve half our challenges. Think about South Africa or Africa, and how we were the first people to develop test kits for malaria. So we can solve problems relevant for ourselves.
Do we have the right resources and the technologies around us to be able to do this? Because a lot of people will say, well, you know, we're a little bit behind the curve, but we certainly do have the innovation because we are innovating from things that other countries don't necessarily have, you know, for our specific needs.
Absolutely, that's exactly the point. We will cater for our own specific needs. Yes, we might be slightly behind the curve because we don't have all the comms and connectivity that the rest of the world has, but we certainly by no means don't have the brain capacity and the intellectual capacity to do it.
So you can see in the background, this is kind of happening virtually, all of these analytics happening, collecting all of the data. But the key is that, you know, we are actually drowning in data. There's way too much data around us. How do we make sense of this big data? And this is the key going forward, because you've got to create the algorithms that take the data and turn it into useful data, into smart data that businesses can use and utilize effectively. So Ross Aitken is from London. He's an independent designer, a strong focus on these smart cities, connected cities, and I spoke about how easy they're going to make our lives. Ross, welcome to South Africa. What's your take on smart cities? When you meet somebody, you say smart cities, I think you're talking about internet connectivity all over the place, but it goes a lot more than that, doesn't it?
Yeah, I guess when I think about it, I'm really focused on how we can solve particular specific problems for citizens, and I'm very interested in building pieces of technology that do that. So working on things like responsive street furniture that can give different disabled people a bit of help as they move through the environment, or a system so that users of a particular set of lifts in a tunnel that runs under the Thames in London can tell whether the lifts are working before they set off for the tunnel or take a different route if they need to.
Is it difficult to embed the technology in traditional furniture, for example?
So obviously, if you're putting in new infrastructure, new items, it's super easy and it's not really any more expensive than putting in new stuff anyway. The challenge is where you've got legacy infrastructure and you're having to retrofit stuff. And in some situations, that's quite straightforward. If you've already got the network cabling, then it's fine. Or if you've got a reliable 3G connection, then you can do it relatively inexpensively. The growth of mobile technology is providing a really good opportunity for us to be able to retrofit things much more cheaply than we were before.
Can you tell us what's going on over here?
We're busy doing a hearing test here on a patient, just in the middle of nowhere here in a noisy room with the Kudu station, the Kudu Wave, our equipment that we manufacture in South Africa.
And what's beneficial about this? What's different to any other hearing test?
The real benefit is that you don't have to sit in the sound booth. You can test here inside this hall.
Using these fancy headphones?
Yes.
Have
It
you
blocks
got
the
a-
sound significantly, so she might hear us a little bit, but most of the sound will be blocked out so that we can still screen her.
So if you look at these headphones, these are basically doing a hearing test in the middle of nowhere. So you actually don't need a proper soundproofing room to do these. And I'm going to put them on. And as I'm talking to you right now, it's blocked off all the noise around me. I can't hear a thing. And it's quite interesting to hear how the noise cancelling is happening within my ears and the test coming through on either side. It's quite astonishing. But here's a breakthrough in the medical industry, being able to do a test like this anywhere in the world, really, without having a soundproof room. What's the most exciting thing you've seen?
Well, the Internet of Things, everything becoming one on the internet, and I think the consolidation of things and where the technology is getting us to.
Hope you're enjoying yourself, and it's amazing technology we're seeing here at the My World of Tomorrow conference.